If you've been in the YouTube game as long as I have, then you'll know that there's nothing better than having your YouTube channel deleted. Now, you may not be aware of this, but there are actually 5 ways that your YouTube channel can get deleted. And in this video, I'm going to be going over how you can achieve each one. The first method is the simplest one, and that is simply getting YouTube to delete your channel. Now, to do this, you're going to open an application or website called YouTube Studio. Then you're going to select the slide bar on the left and select Settings. Then you'll scroll down to Advanced Settings, and then at the very bottom, there'll be an option to delete content. Once you've selected this, there's a button that you can press to permanently delete your YouTube channel. This second option is much more widely known, and that's called the 3 strikes and you're out rule.
You can get a copyright strike for a number of different reasons, but it all boils down to the fact that
the copyright owner doesn't want you to keep your video up, and so they will send you a strike and remove the video. And if you get 3 of these, then your YouTube channel is terminated. You need to make sure that you get your 3rd strike within 90 days of the first. And if you only got 2 strikes in the first 90 days, then you have to start the process all over from when you got the 2nd strike. So you have to work quickly to get those strikes, otherwise this method will not work. Now, this 3rd way to delete your YouTube channel is one that not many people know about, and it's called the streaming mistake. This method can be achieved mostly on your computer. Now, what you'll do is you'll download some form of streaming media, such as OBS, and you'll live stream yourself playing a game blindfolded. Now, if you don't have access to a blindfold, you can just use the old spoon trick, but I prefer to use a blindfold as that's a much more temporary solution to the issue. Now, once you cannot see whatsoever, you will start playing the video game, and everyone will have a little laugh at this innocent idea.
And once you attempt this very fun idea of playing a video game while blindfolded,
while your viewers are completely entertained by the fact that you have no idea what you're doing, they'll be trying to tell you the truth that you've actually tabbed out of your game and are currently going through all of the steps to delete your channel without even realizing.
And they're trying to tell you this, but of course you can't see, so you can't read what they're saying.
This 4th option is known as the kayak trick. Now, if you go kayaking in a lake, you might want to call your mother because it's currently her birthday. Now, you'll be on the phone with your mother, and during that entire phone call, you will actually have YouTube Studio open as you're holding it up to your ear. You'll be pressing all of the buttons and typing in your password with the skin of your ear until you have actually deleted your YouTube channel. Now, this technique works best on a mobile device, but if you have access to a laptop, that does work as well. It just means that you'll have to hold the keypad to your ear instead of the screen. Now, while you do in fact need a kayak for this method to work, you don't actually need access to a large body of water, and you can do this trick from the comfort of the ground, the roof, or even from your very own bed. The 5th and final way to delete your YouTube channel is slightly lengthy, but in the end, very effective. The first thing you'll want to do is build a time machine and go back to 1940. Specifically for this method to work, you'll need to make sure that you are in New Haven, Connecticut. Now, depending on what kind of time machine you use, I personally use the TARDIS 1.4 that can travel through space and time, but if you don't have access to the TARDIS 1.4 because it is quite expensive, then you can just catch a plane when you get to 1940. Once you're in 1940s Connecticut, you'll want to meet up with a relatively successful white couple, Vinton Thurston Kurth and his darling wife Muriel. Now, this wonderful couple are quite partial to a nice cup of tea, so what you're going to do is you're going to walk up to their front door, knock on it, and then when they open the door, you'll politely greet them and you'll say to them, "Hi there, I'm Joe. I am the next door neighbour. I just moved in 10 seconds ago." And they will kindly welcome you into their home for a cup of tea. Now, what you're going to do is be very polite to these people in this time, and do not give them any reason to suspect that you are up to anything sinister apart from just connecting with the neighbours and creating connections.
And just as a quick side note, I would also recommend taking care of the next door neighbour before anyone finds out that they haven't actually moved out.
You are then going to sit down with them at 4 PM each Sunday for the next 3 years until you have earned their trust. Once this is the case, on June 23rd, 1943, the Curse will come home with their wonderful new baby boy, Vint Jr. As little Vint Jr. grows up, he will show great academic promise. He will be getting the best grades in his whole class. He will actually be working at Rocketdyne on the Apollo program for 6 months, writing statistical analysis software for the non-destructive tests of F1 engines. When little Vint graduates, his parents will be on the way to drive and see their young little boy's graduation. However, what you're going to do the night before is you're going to slash their tyres so that when they try to get there, they can't. Little Vint will look out and deliver his valedictorian speech, only to realise his dear parents aren't there. But his godmother Jo is. As she always will be. Vint will resent his parents forever, but he will always respect your opinion. And so in 1969, when Vint comes up to you and tells you that he has an amazing idea, he will say, "My dear godmother, I have the most exquisite invention in my mind. It is a long-distance networking system between computers at UCLA and Stanford. And it will be led by Leonard Kleinrock. I think I'm going to call it the Internet." And you will then say to him how that is the stupidest idea you have ever heard, and how he should be ashamed for even thinking of it. And he will listen to you and abandon the entire project. Now, just to be on the safe side, you will then have to kill him. And anyone else he might have told about the project. Once you have done this, you can travel back to the present, and as a result of your incredible murdering skills, the internet will never have been invented, and as a result, your YouTube channel will cease to exist. And that is all the ways that you can delete your YouTube channel as far as I know. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you want to see more videos like this, please send $650,000 to the Supreme Court of South Australia so I can bail myself out of prison while they try to figure out how I was able to kill Vincent Kurth 43 years before I was born.